For nations all across the world, including Malaysia and Somalia, the global food crisis has huge economic ramifications. Understanding the effect of the crisis on each country's economy is essential for dealing with the problems that both Malaysia and Somalia face in terms of food security and economic stability. The global food crisis has a significant economic effect on Malaysia. The food crisis, characterized by rising food prices and supply shortage, has posed several challenges to nation's economy. Somalia, a nation that has a long struggled with food insecurity and economic instability. The crisis has a significant negative impact on the country's economy, especially the agriculture sector, and aggravated already difficult circumstances. Efforts to mitigate the economic impact of the food crisis in Somalia require a multifaceted approach.
Somalia and Malaysia are two countries located in different regions with distinct characteristics in terms of geography, culture, economy, and governance. In terms of economy, Somalia's economy is primarily based on agriculture, livestock farming, and fishing. On the other hand, Malaysia has a diverse and well-developed economy. It is one of the leading exporters of palm oil, rubber, and electronic products. Food shortages in Somalia and Malaysia are two distinct issues with different causes and contexts. Somalia has a history of recurrent droughts, conflicts, and political instability, which has contributed to the food shortages and famine-like conditions. The country's agriculture sector has been severely affected by these factors, making it difficult for local farmers to sustain food production. For Malaysia, on the other hand, it is generally considered food secure and has a relatively stable agriculture sector. Malaysia has implemented various policies and initiatives to support agricultural development, including investment in modern farming techniques, research and development, and also market interventions to stabilize price and ensure food availability. Russia's war in Ukraine has aggravated food insecurities. In 2021, Somalia has imported 80% of non-milled wheat directly from Ukraine and 53% of the food assistance, primarily wheat provided to the World Food Programme or WFP, is sourced from Ukraine. Given that almost two-thirds of overall weekly household consumption food expenditure is accounted for by cereals, the impact of the war in Ukraine in food insecurity is quite significant.
Since independence in 1960, Somalia has been conflict in a war that has been damaged the nation and its citizens. Due to a leadership issue, a full-scale civil war has begun in 1988. Although both warlords attempt to seize power ultimately failed, they both plunged Somalia into chaos. Fighting broke out between these groups, destroying crops and halting food deliveries, leading to a famine that claimed 300,000 lives. More than 2.6 million Somalis are currently internally displaced, while 760 Somalis immigrated to nearby nations while are still relying on their own means of subsistence. Even though a government was set up in 2004, it has very little authority. As long as there is a conflict, there will be less peace and security and more humanitarian problems, including the food shortage.
For the past 10 years, Somalia's predominantly agricultural population has been severely affected, increasing the country's hunger problem. Somalia had just one regular rainy season at the time. In 2011, it got so extreme that it caused a famine due to food production collapse, people unable to access food, and governments and foreign donors failed to act. People lost their income and purchasing power due to the destruction of crops and cattle, which made it impossible for them to buy food.
Food security should be a top national priority as Malaysia heading to become a developed nation. Based on the survey that conducted in 2021 by the World Bank, 17% of low-income families were vulnerable to food insecurity as a food inflation has put a pressure on their disposable income. As Malaysia is an open economy, its food price is sensitive to external factors such as climate change and geopolitics. For example, the Russia-Ukraine conflict has indirectly raised the price of local produce because of the hike in natural gas prices impact the growing cost of imported fertilizer, which is Malaysia relies on for its agriculture industry.
The food crisis in Somalia has worsened the existing challenges, such as poverty, food insecurity, and conflict.
further hindering the country's economic development. The Russia-Ukraine war has affected food costs and availability in global markets if it causes wider interruptions in commerce, especially wheat and other necessary food items. Although food crises can occur in Malaysia, the severity and effect may differ significantly. Malaysia is still considered to be comparatively developed with a more diverse economy, stronger infrastructure, and a better ability to handle crises. But that does not mean they will not be affected by the Russia-Ukraine war. In conclusion, Malaysia would still have severe impact on the economy, especially in terms of inflation, disruptions in commerce, and effects on vulnerable populations. In comparison with Somalia, due to its ongoing food insecurity, scarcity of resources, and unstable political situation, Somalia is more likely to experience greater severity and widespread financial consequences as a result of food crisis.